This is Jarrod Horak, and in this horse racing video, I will analyze the Grade 2 $500,000 Risen Star Stakes at Fairgrounds on Saturday, February 15th. This is a Kentucky Derby 2025 points race, and through the first 19 races on my Road to the Derby video series, my top choices have 4 wins, 4 runner-up finishes, and a show finish. Actually, 2 of my top choices have scratched out of this series, so I'm officially 4 for 17 on the Road to the Derby. Now, I will post my Rachel Alexandra Stakes video tomorrow night. That is part of my Road to the Kentucky Oaks video series, and I am 9 for 16 with my top choices on the Road to the Oaks this year. Now, on Wednesday and Thursday on my channel later this week, my Derby and Oaks video series will continue with the Sunland Derby and Sunland Oaks at Sunland Park. Those 2 races will be run on Sunday, February 16th. Now, this Saturday, February 15th, I am offering full card analysis at Santa Anita and Fairgrounds. That Fairgrounds card is Risen Star Stakes Day 14 race program. Now, I always include extensive analysis and wagering strategies for all of the races that I cover, and you can purchase my Santa Anita and Fairgrounds full cards individually, or you can get a discount when you purchase them together as part of my weekly Saturday special for $16. Go over to therunawayhorse.com on my sales page for more details. Now, this is the first Kentucky Derby points race worth 50 points to the winner this year, and the Risen Star has been an important Triple Crown Series prep race since 2016. Now, 7 winners since 2016 finished in the top 3 in Triple Crown Series races. I'm going to go through those winners now and tell you what they did in the Triple Crown Series. In 2016, Gun Runner won the Risen Star, and he was 3rd in the Kentucky Derby. In 2018, Bravazzo, he ended up finishing 2nd in the Preakness. He won the Risen Star. In 2019, Risen Star winner War of Will won the Preakness Stakes later that spring. In 2021, Mandaloon, 1st in the Risen Star. He was placed 1st through disqualification in the Kentucky Derby. In 2022, Risen Star winner Epicenter was 2nd in the Derby and 2nd in the Preakness Stakes. In 2023, Angel of Empire, he won the Risen Star. He was 3rd in the Kentucky Derby. Finally, 2024, Sierra Leone, he won the Risen Star from off the pace. He missed the Kentucky Derby by a nose, finishing 2nd. And then he was 3rd in the Belmont Stakes. Now we're going to meet the field for the 2025 Risen Star Stakes, and then I'll give out my contenders from last to first. The Risen Star will be run Saturday, February 15th, 2025 as the 14th race at Fairgrounds. Grade 2, $500,000 Risen Star, 3-year-olds, 1 mile and an eighth on the main track. Scheduled post time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we have a 13-horse field. American Promise is number 1 for trainer D. Wayne Lucas. Keith Asmussen is going to ride this one. He'll probably be forwardly placed from that inside post. Jonathan's Way, he won the first Derby points race last year, the Iroquois. He was 2nd in the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes. He'll break from post 2 under Jose Ortiz. Phil Bowers, his trainer. Vassimo for trainer Todd Pletcher. He's 2 for 2, son of Nyquist. Irad Ortiz Jr. will ride from post 3. East Avenue is going to be your favorite in here for trainer Brendan Walsh. Tyler Gaffleone's going to ride. He won the Breeders' Futurity last year. Number 5, Chunk of Gold. This one for trainer Ethan West. He was 1st in his debut, 2nd in his 2nd career start, both on all-weather ground. Number 6 is Seattle Road for trainer Tom Amos. Last time he finished 7th in the LeCompte Stakes. Septarian for trainer Chad Brown with Flavian Pratt aboard. He was 3rd in the Mucho Macho Man Stakes last time out. Giocoso for Keith DeSormo. Jaime Torres is aboard. He won an allowance race on turf last time out. He's number 8. Number 9 is Built. He won the Gun Runner, and then he was 2nd by a neck in the LeCompte last time for trainer Wayne Catalano, and Luis Saez is aboard. Number 10, Render Judgment. Brian Hernandez Jr. and Kenny McPeak, the winning connections for the Kentucky Oaks and the Kentucky Derby last year. This one was 3rd in the Gun Runner Stakes last time. Number 11, Jolly Samurai, a late runner for trainer Danny Pish. He was 9th in the LeCompte last time. Vamos Carlitos is number 12 with Florin Giroux aboard. Greg Foley is the trainer, and he claimed this horse for $40,000, and then he was 2nd in an optional claiming race last time. Finally, number 13, Magnitude for trainer Steve Asmussen. He was 6th in the LeCompte last time out. Ben Curtis will ride. He'll probably try to get forwardly placed from that outside post. And now we'll go through the field. I'll give out my contenders from last to first. The horse that I picked to finish 13th is number 5, Chunk of Gold. And this one ran well in both of his all-weather starts at Turfway Park. Now, he did stalk and score from the inside post in his 6 furlong debut. And then last time he rallied from last in an 8-horse field, ended up finishing second in the Leoneda Stakes at 1 mile on January 18th. Now, he certainly has some ability, but he's only shown that ability on all-weather ground so far. So we're going to have to see how he does on conventional dirt in his 3rd lifetime start. The horse that I picked to finish 12th is number 8, Giocoso. Now, he did end his 2-year-old season with an allowance turf route win when he was the favorite at Churchill Downs last time out. Now, he chased the pace. He was a distant 3rd in the Grade 3 Iroquois Stakes on dirt last September. Jonathan's Way won that race, and that was the first Kentucky Derby points race. He could be better on turf. The horse that I picked to finish 11th is number 11, Jolly Samurai. Now, he won his first 3 starts, but they were all around 1 turn, and then he stretched out. I made him my top choice in the Springboard Mile. He didn't run well there, and then he didn't run well in the Grade 3 Lecomte either. Just lacks that speed. So typically this closer does leave himself with too much work to do, and in these points races, he probably won't get a crazy pace in here, because the one thing that does stand out in the paper race is that there's not a ton of early speed in this race. The horse that I picked to finish 10th, number 6, Seattle Road. Now, he did rally to break his maiden in a dirt route at Fairgrounds on December 21st, and then he was 7th of 13 from the outside post in the Grade 3 Lecomte last time. That was a wet track that day. Now, he lacks speed, and that is a concern in this spot. The horse that I picked to finish 9th is number 10, Render Judgment. And this one, he stretched out in distance, and he broke his maiden 2nd time out. And then he was 5th in a 9-horse field in the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes. And then he was a clear 3rd and a distant 3rd in the Gunrunner Stakes. That race was slow early, fast late, built, controlled the pace that day. Well, they did pay $310,000 for this one. And I like this jockey trainer team. Brian Hernandez Jr., Kenny McPeak, they do show a flat bet profit together, but I'm not thrilled about his chances in this race. My horse that I picked to finish 8th is number 12, Vamos Carlitos. Now, he added blinkers, moved back to the main track, and he won a $40,000 claiming race for trainer Jonathan Thomas in November, and then Greg Foley did claim him out of that race. And then last time out, he rallied to finish a clear 2nd. That was a slow early, fast late, optional claiming dirt route at Fairgrounds on January 20th, and the show finisher from that race was the next out winner. Now, he is getting faster, but I don't think he's quick enough or classy enough to hang with this group. The horse that I picked to finish 7th is number 7, Septarian, and he'll probably take some money for Chad Brown and Flavien Prat. Now, he did win his first 2 starts for trainer Javier Contreras, but then he moved to the Chad Brown barn, and he finished a clear 3rd in the Mucho Macho Man Stakes. But that hasn't been a productive race up to this point, because the top 2 finishers out of that race, they both returned to fizzle in Kentucky Derby prep races. Now, Flavien Prat does ride this one, so you know he's going to take money. He drilled a bullet workout for this on February 2nd. The horse I picked to finish 6th is number 13, Magnitude. Now, he is 0 for 3 in Kentucky Derby points races, and his best finish in Derby points races, he was a distant 2nd behind Built in the Gunrunner Stakes, and I mentioned that that was a slow early, fast late event. Now, Steve Asmussen's cold here. He does have tactical speed. He was 6th of 13 in the Grade 3 Lecomte last time. That wasn't a fast race. That was a wet track as well. Now, he did draw a tough post in here from post 13. But I think with the lack of speed, maybe he can work out some kind of decent trip, but he's going to need to run faster. The horse that I picked to finish 5th is number 2, and that is Jonathan's Way. And I like his running style versatility. I think he might be better around 1 turn. Now, he did overcome a troubled start in his career debut to rally for the win. That was at 6 furlongs at Saratoga last summer. And then he got to the front as my top choice in the Grade 3 Iroquois, the first Kentucky Derby points race last September at Churchill. And he was able to win that race nicely. And then in his final start, in his start prior to the Breeders' Cup, and then he was the Iroquois Stakes. And then he ran in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. And in that race, he stalked the fractions. It was a slow pace out there. Citizen Bull was controlling it. And he ended up finishing 7th in that 9-horse field in the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile. But he did bounce back in his final start as a 2-year-old with a runner-up finish when he was the beaten favorite in the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes. And that was on November 30th. And he did stalk the pace from mid-pack that day. So this one does have a bullet workout at Fairgrounds. That was on February 1st. But I'm not sure he's going to get better with longer distances. I think 1 1/8 might be a bit too far for him. But he is 2 for 2 around 1 turn, 0 for 2 with a runner-up finish around 2 turns. So they're trying to still see if he's a Derby horse, and obviously keep rolling on the Derby trail until they prove they can't go a farther distance, and then he can obviously cut back in distance if this doesn't work out for him. The horse that I picked to finish 4th, number 1, American Promise for trainer D. Wayne Lucas. I liked his effort when he wired the field on a muddy track when he was the favorite in a dirt route at Oaklawn on December 29th. Then last time he was 21-1 in the Grade 3 Southwest Stakes on January 25th. He did break slow there. He stalked the pace. He moved up to 2nd, and then he weakened. He finished 6th in a 9-horse field. Then he was placed 7th through disqualification. Keith Asmussen is his new rider. I think from the inside post in a race without a ton of speed, if he gets a good break this time, I wouldn't be surprised to see him all over the pace, possibly setting the pace. The horse that I picked to finish 3rd is number 9, Built. Now, he ended up running against East Avenue in his sprint debut, and he wasn't able to run a good race there. East Avenue dominated that one. But then he did press the pace, and then he beat Rendered Judgment, who's in this race at 7 furlong, second time out. And then in that Gunrunner Stakes, I mentioned that one, slow early, fast late, Kentucky Derby points race. He had the inside post. He controlled the pace. He won that race easily. And then he caught a wet track in the Lecomte. He stuck the pace from post 12. He actually got a good trip from out there. And he missed by a neck. They paid $260,000 for this hard-spun colt. Looks like he's just going to be running in all these Derby points races at Fairgrounds. He ran in the Gunrunner. He ran in the Lecomte. And now he's in the Risen Star. If he does work well here, wouldn't be surprised to see him in the Louisiana Derby after this. He could maintain sharp form in his 3rd start off of the layoff. I do like his running style versatility, and I think that they're going to try to at least be somewhat forwardly placed in here. The horse that I picked to finish 2nd is number 3, Vassimo for trainer Todd Pletcher, and this is a Nyquist colt. He's 2 for 2. I read Ortiz Jr. will ride. Now he stuck the pace, and he scored in his 1-mile debut at Gulfstream Park. And the clear runner-up there was Rapture. That's a Brad Cox trainee, and he was an impressive next out winner. And then this one was the favorite in an optional claiming dirt route at Tampa Bay Downs on January 17th. He stalked below par fractions that day, and he won that race by 2 3/4 lengths. Now, he did have Lasix there. He doesn't have it here. He gets tested for class, but he's got a good post 3. He's got tactical speed. I can see him working out a good trip in here. And my top choice is going to be number 4, East Avenue, for trainer Brendan Walsh. And he's a horse that I've always liked. He's part of my Kentucky Derby blog, where I give out my exceptional 11 Derby contenders. And he's been right up there in the top 3. And so for East Avenue, I'm expecting him to run a quality race in here in his first start as a 3-year-old. Now, he was sensational last year when he won on the front end in both of his starts. And then one of those starts was the Grade 1 Breeders' Futurity. He was my top choice there in that Derby points race. I picked him again on top, and he was the favorite in the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile because I thought he could get out there and control the pace that day. And he stumbled at the start, lost all chance there, and that you could just draw a line through that one. So since that race, they've taken him to Fairgrounds. He has 6 local workouts at Fairgrounds for this. He had a 5 furlong bullet workout. And he's one that should be all over the pace. Tyler Gaffalione, his winning rider, is going to stay aboard. And I like his chances either setting the pace in here or possibly pressing the inside horse. Because I said there's not a lot of speed. That's the thing that jumps off the page in this race. The lack of early speed in this 13-horse field. We have a lot of horses that like to come from off the pace. East Avenue was good as a 2-year-old. He was classy, and I think he's going to be good as a 3-year-old as well. And hopefully he gets a clean break in here. He should be all over the pace. And I just think he's better than this group. So number 4, East Avenue, is going to be my top choice in the Grade 2 Risen Star Stakes this year. Now, if you want a free pick each day, you can go over to therunawayrhorse.com. You can click on my Better Bets blog tab. At the top of my homepage, you're going to see that tab. You can get a free pick from around the country each day. And don't forget to like, comment, and share these videos. And subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.